so I'm John Branch, the fourth, not to be confused with the third or the second. And I'm a wedding photographer, but I also like to make YouTube videos.
If you clicked on this video, you probably already know who John is. He's a Fujifilm photographer, a Holdfast Gear ambassador, PicTime ambassador, Honeybook educator, and was named one of Rangefinder's 30 Rising Stars 2021.
So we're at the grand old WPPI conference, chatting and talking about things all photography related to help photographers learn more. Also just to check out all the fake trees and the fake grass and the beautiful weather and have a fun time, I guess. It's Vegas.
What are we doing today, John?
Just, taking some photos with this brand new 23 f1.4 Fujifilm.
Trying not to get hit by traffic.
Yeah, trying not to die. That's every session I do, I'm trying not to die.
What did you want to be when you were growing up?
Wow. I don't know what I wanted to be, but I mainly was focusing on music stuff. That was my main thing, really. I played alto sax for 20-ish years. I went to Berklee College of Music. I was doing audio post-production, so I really wanted to be either like a hip-hop producer or audio post-production for like movies and TV shows.
So what happened there?
Security came up. They're being extra. We didn't even get a chance to shoot. How crazy is it that they came up so quick?
And how did you find your way into photography?
I kind of just jumped into it. My wife wanted to stay at home when we had our first kid, and she told me I needed to start a business, not just get another job, because I was at Squarespace at the time. And I dabbled in photography at the time, and I really liked it. So I was like, you know what? Let's turn this into a business and kind of learn the ropes and went from there. Hello, folks. Good morning for me. Today we're going to be talking about natural posing for motion, comfort, and natural feels. I've been shooting weddings now for 8 years. However, I've only been full-time for about 4. I started in the New York area, and after leaving my day job on the blink of an eye, like literally I just straight dipped out of the job, I moved back home to Raleigh, North Carolina, where I was able to make the photography full-time thing work. So I've done a couple of talks. I did a talk about natural posing, which is what I call it when you pose with your couples, but it's not like robotic posing. And I'm doing a photo walk on how to capture behind the scenes video, and also a talk on YouTube and video content and how it can help your business.
How did you find your way into becoming a speaker?
Oh my goodness. So I wanted to speak. That was something I wanted to do, and in 2020 I was really like, I'm gonna start speaking. Actually, Tamaya Colvin, she really helped put me on and helped me talk at some of her conferences. She does the photo cookout. So between that and then just people finding me from YouTube, it really helped me get into speaking more often. It's really just kind of saying you want it and throwing it out to the universe and letting it come back to you, basically.
Yeah. Do you get nervous?
Yes, every time. And what I hate about nervousness is, so I'm a performer, again, I'm a musician. I'm used to being up on stage and performing. So mentally, I'm not nervous, but every time, like right before I go up, physically my body is like, oh, it's time to be nervous, and my heart rate's like, and I'm like, why? I'm not nervous, and it's until I get up there and start doing it, and I'm fine. But yeah, usually before I can feel it, like I start breathing faster and my pace goes up, and I'm like, why? I'm not nervous, but my body wants to be. It's annoying.
What are we doing today, John?
We're walking and talking with this beautiful sign with my name on it. I'm going to be teaching people how to do a behind-the-scenes video, kind of like I do on YouTube and such.
and what I call the different stages of perfection to behind the scenes video.
Do you want to talk a little bit about YouTube and what it's been like to start making videos and how you found traction there?
Oh my goodness.
How it's changed your life?
YouTube is crazy. It's been insane to see the growth, also coming from like a nobody photographer to people then being like, hey, this guy's actually good. Actually, he's been pretty decent this whole time. Just no one saw it because he was nobody. We have a lot of Daddy Bear needs to, I'm Daddy Bear. Daddy Bear needs to record a video, so it's time to be quiet in the house for a moment, because I usually record during the day. That's probably the hardest part. Also, keeping up with that and weddings is like near impossible. But other than that, it's really, I like YouTube that much that I just love making videos. But yeah, finding the time between like 4 kids and weddings is near impossible, which is why I'm always making videos literally like a day or 2 before I put them out. I'm trying to be better about that, but it's rough.
Any advice for either photographers looking to get into the wedding industry or words of encouragement for anyone trying to make it on YouTube?
So for both, I would say just keep grinding at what you're doing. Don't let the non-accolades and the no one caring about what you're doing hold you back, because before you know it, everything will add up and it'll just start kind of stacking on itself. Like when you're playing Tetris, you're playing Tetris and you make the one mistake and then all of a sudden you're like at the top. It's kind of the same thing. It's not the mistake that you make, but it's the fact that you kept building stuff and all of a sudden now you realize that there's a lot there. So that continuous grind is something you have to keep up with. That's actually what I did when I was working at Squarespace, but that's when I started wedding photography, and I was doing it for like 3 to 4 years while at Squarespace. Even all the people who worked with me there saw me, like at the end of a day I had my cameras with me because I was going to shoot an engagement session, in downtown, Manhattan or wherever, and yeah, just grinding as hard as you can and not letting that hold you back, because it gets tiring, especially when there's no one on your team. Like, great job.
Thank you so much to John for letting Jacob and I follow him around with the camera for a little bit. If you have not found his channel yet, there's a link in the description and you can go to it and you can subscribe. Links to all of his other things, Instagram, website, all up down there too. Up down there? Whatever. We'll be back again next week for another video. So that's how YouTube works.